On Saturday, hundreds of people assembled in Northeast to express their feelings about President Trump's attacks on healthcare, minorities, and the rule of law. This outpouring of sentiment was a small part of the nationwide No Kings protest that took place in large and small towns in all 50 states. Local participants assembled in the usually vacant end of the parking lot of Lowe's Northeast location. Before heading out to designated protest areas, the gathering heard speeches, including a campaign-like address and Q&A from Democratic candidate for Maryland's Congressional District 1, Dan Schwartz. He spoke to the crowd about national concerns, as well as issues particular to Maryland's Eastern Shore that encompasses District 1.
Question is, do I have a plan for health care, right? And I'm not an expert. That's not my background. My wife, I mentioned, she's a healthcare provider. She's a family nurse practitioner in Talbot County. Before that, she worked in Dorchester County for 4 years, taking care of people in our district who have complicated health issues, many of whom live in a healthcare desert. On the Eastern Shore, it can be really hard to find primary care. It can be hard to find specialists. And we are the only developed nation in the world where you will literally go broke. You could go broke or you could die before you get the care that you need.
As the group moved out, it split between a march down Northeast Main Street and the very busy intersection of Route 40 and Route 272. The protesters, who spanned a wide age range, were in good spirits but determined to communicate how they see a nation threatened by authoritarian leadership.
My name's Lydia Hassan. I live in Elkton, Maryland, and I'm here because I think it's important to show that in this little town, equality, standing up for the Constitution, standing up for law and order in our country, and standing up for the rights of all Americans is really important. So I'm here to show that even in this little small town, where sometimes the Trump supporters are the loudest, there are still good people that care about this community, they care about the rights of all of our citizens, and they care about the path forward.
I am here for my 3 daughters and hope that they have a better future, and the one that my mother and grandmother fought for, and don't lose more civil rights. Also for folks with disabilities, and to save Medicare and Medicaid. I think that you can probably see by looking that most people here are proud Americans and intend to remain proud Americans and are expressing their right to express themselves and make a change for democracy.
My name is Jim Krause, and I am here to support all these people to trying saving our democracy. There are so many issues, so many I could talk about, but the country is becoming just so almost hopeless. He's trying to just take the spirit out of this country.
My name is Elizabeth Woner. My husband, Ken Woner, both former teachers, both have children and former students who need to be protected. Their rights need to be protected, and they are not being protected at this point. We worry about health care for everyone, and we are supporting this movement 110%, and that's why we are here. Right?
Right. I taught the Constitution for several years, and everything I'm seeing right now is not what I would teach my students. So I said, you've got to get out and protest. I've got to be here, the same thing. Here.
Hi, my name is Barbara. I live in Perryville, and I'm here because at 72 years old, I am shocked and frightened to see the absolute dissolving of our laws and our country. I also have nieces who are children of color, and they are terrified. I can't stand to see America like this. We need change, and I hope we can somehow see it in my lifetime. Good change.
As observed by Cecil TV, the event proceeded peacefully and without incident. A handful of counter-protesters appeared later in the day. Likewise, no violence resulting from the 2,600 protests nationwide have been reported. Early estimates of participants in the No Kings protests nationwide have been estimated at over 7 million people.